It is cold as balls tonight, and I really don't want to be out here. But since we have some snow on the ground, I might as well film the quick outdoor decoration tour while there's still snow here, because I have a feeling even by Christmas, all of this is going to be melted. So I'll show you just the outdoor decorations this year. I wanted to put up more stuff this year, which I guess I kind of did, but I didn't put up as much as I wanted to. This setup is very similar to last year's setup, and eventually, and in this video there's going to be a few sneak peeks to the indoor setup, which isn't going to be that interesting as well. But here is what it looks like from the front. I should have turned off the Mercury light there on the fence, but maybe I'll go through later in the video and do a walk around with that off. But I have start off with the C7s here. These were the same. This is the same set I had on here the year past. This set was came from one of my clients last year. They had this on a bush, so I was doing some yard work and I was asked about the set. They said I could have this set for free. It still has some of its original bulbs, but I think at this point almost half of them have been replaced. I only had to decommission a couple of the original bulbs this year. So there's that. I don't know if I actually ever filmed that part of the video or not. And then here are the DEL red and white lights here. I really like this string. I did it a bit differently over here around this window, but I have a candle in here, chandelier, with a green light in it. And something I wanted to do was with the window candles is I wanted to mix up the colors of them. We'll have to get back a bit more so you can see that. I wanted to mix up the colors. The one right there in the bathroom, that's supposed to be a purple candle, but it looks more of like an orange. The one in my bedroom is an orange, and then here in the living room there's a blue, a green, and a red. And all of these are ceramic coated bulbs, at least here on the front. And here's the inflatables. I had this snowman last year alongside the penguin, but I didn't put the penguin out because I couldn't find its power supply. I might have it, but it's so late right now in the year, I don't think I would put it on the display just because of how late it is. But this is a Amazon special inflatable snowman, and I've seen a few of these around. It's okay. It could have been a bit better, and I'll kind of show you why I don't like it. It looks amazing. It has a really nice look to it. Something I would say I'd do a bit differently. It does have holly on the hat, but instead of it being like an actual like inflated holly, it's just kind of a sticker, and you can't really tell that there's holly on his hat unless you walk up close. The buttons inflate really well. The scarf it's okay. I'd say it's about the same as the old inflatable snowman. I'd still take the older one because it has an AC motor in it. But DEL lights, which in this case I don't mind. If it had an AC motor, I could put standard incandescent C7s in it. But yeah, the plastic stakes it comes with are awful. I'm not a fan of them. And here's what the blower module is. It does have 3 lights in it, so it does light up really well. But this is like a little 4-inch DC blower, 12-volt DC blower, and this thing takes its sweet time inflating. Maybe I'll make another video of these inflating. I think I already did, but it takes a while to inflate. So I'm not too happy about that. And then now I'll show the tree. This is new for this year. This is a very popular inflatable this year. This was sold at Lowe's. Kind of embarrassed to say how much I paid for it, but as soon as I saw that they were selling this year, I immediately went to my closest location as soon as I got the money and bought it. I could have waited, because as of right now it's 50% off, and the next week or so it's going to be 75% off. But I think ours still has the display model. I know I was at a different Lowe's the other day, and as I was walking around in there was a display model, and a mom and their little kid picked it up, and he picked it out, and it was kind of wholesome. But this is just an awesome inflatable. It has a AC fan blower in there. It's actually a very similar module to the Snowman that this one replaced. And it has a animation dancing feature in it, which is, I still have yet to see how it works. I thought at first what I was going to do was turn off the dancing function because I thought it would kind of be hard to set up and keep down, but it seems to work just fine now. Because it is kind of windy, you can't see that it's moving as good as it should. But another thing I do like is the lights that this uses. This uses, instead of having integrated non-replaceable LEDs, this just uses standard C7s, but in the place of incandescent C7s, it just uses LED C7s. And there's 4 lights in this. In my initial unboxing and review of this guy, I actually went over that. And of course, this is going to be made by the Gemi, so it's not going to be the greatest of quality. I feel like the one thing that the Gemi does a good job with is making yard inflatables, as I believe them and Pan Asian Creations were some of the first, and they made the best. They're kind of the trendsetter in this. So the one thing I will say the Gemi did good at was making yard inflatables, and this one's no exception. This one's actually pretty nice. There's not much detail on the back. All the details on the front, but you're not going to be looking at this thing from the back unless if you're inside. But has ornaments on it. Red, yellow, blue. Another yellow, a red. He has a candy cane, black mittens, and a gift. And then more ornaments on his face, and his nose is also an ornament. So, really cool. So, I approve of this one. I really like it. I like the lighting in it and that they didn't use a harsh white, because when you stand back and look at this, this really looks like a inflatable that would have been sold in the mid-2000s, early 2010s, which just gives me that very nostalgic feeling of going out with my grandparents in my grandma's Pontiac, Montana minivan, and we'd go look at Christmas lights. So I really like that. This thing is very nostalgic, and yet it also looks really cool, and it's a dancing tree. I like dancing Christmas trees, as maybe I've shown some of my dancing Christmas tree animatronics on this channel, but maybe I'll film some this year. But I'll show you what I got for power. And since this year I'm not worrying about the laser projector, what I am doing with these is both of these guys, these are on the lamp timer that the rest of the lights are on. So I have it set up to where these are on a extension cord with a splitter at it, integrated splitter. There's the 12-volt adapter for the Snowman. Yeah, I should probably seal it, but I don't care enough because no one's going to be touching it. And all of that goes up over here. I'll turn my flash on so you can see. But here's the lamp timer. This is just a Dollar General special. I've had this for several years now, and what I have been doing, since it's very kind of hard to uninstall and relocate, I just leave this up year-round with the one extension cord going to it. And I've actually unplugged that and then plugged into the extension cord like hedge trimmers and stuff. That white extension cord went over there. I had it for the web lights for Halloweenus, but being that I was going to, what I wanted to do was wrap some lights around both of these shrubs, but I didn't get around to it. I was going to do it the one day, but I was kind of in a hurry to leave. So that's how this is all set up here. And this splitter, that's both of the light strings, the DEL and the C7 set. That one there goes to the inflatables, and that one there runs back along over here into, we'll kind of show, it goes around, it's kind of jumbled up here, and somewhere along here it switches over into a orange extension cord that goes over to the fence for the lights here, and I will turn off my flash. And I do like the look of this. I think it's really nice. I was kind of debating what I wanted to do, but an issue I've had is that this light set is faulty, and there's no way to really replace it. I believe I can actually take this apart and have a look at the bulbs. Now, this year, thanks to the Jordan Yu, he told me about the DEL Keeper Professional, and I might consider purchasing that to get this set working. But another issue I have is, where am I going to find replacement diodes? The set didn't come with any. Does it just magically fix the diodes? I don't know. I have to watch some videos. But it goes all the way along over here, and you can see where I've double layered some of these because you can see some of them, they just don't work. And from afar you can't tell it's broken, but it really bothers me that it's set up this way. It's very annoying. I did not do anything in the garage window like I said I was going to do. Once again, time is just not the best thing. And I'll turn off this mercury vapor light. While I'm waiting, you can see a sneak peek into the kitchen. That's a 1950s chandelier in the living room, in the kitchen window with the incandescent C7 set in there. In the kitchen I did entirely with C7s this year. So, no minuet lights, and it looks amazing. The kitchen light wasn't on, it looks a bit better. Maybe I'll show that again. But that's a sneak peek to what goes on later. And I will turn off this light fixture here so you can see what it looks like. Kind of just see how awful it does. I will say these early LED sets, actually the same exact style. My grandparents used these at their house for a lot of decorating. So I personally kind of like this particular jarring colors, but literally only on this style of lights. If they were just the standard like direct view diodes, I'd hate them. But since it's like these, I don't know what it is, kind of crystalline plastoid looking things. And there's my neighbor. He has the same style of LEDs, except his are red and kind of more of an incandescent white, and they look really good. And I had some extra string when I was setting it up, so I wrapped it around the bucket light, and if pretty much most of these bulbs weren't burnt out, I'd say that looks really good there on the bucket light. And we'll have a look at how this fencing light looks from the street. You can see some of my neighbors' houses are lit up. I'm kind of glad that there is a bit more. Actually, this looks really nice from here. Like, if you didn't know that there was a light out, or sets of lights out on that string, like, you would have never known. And literally only people that really live here drive through the alley. One neighbor drives through there because it's quicker than going out onto the main road. These bushes are kind of in the way. If I had a bunch of time and the ambition to do so, I'd cover those bushes with lights too. And just kind of see a look at everything. Now, the lamp timer, it's a bit different. I've probably explained how this lamp timer works. We'll go over this way and have another look. But it has a daylight sensor on it, and how it works is as soon as it gets dark, it will stay on for a set amount of time and then turn off automatically after that time has expired. And I had it set to the 4-hour setting because of those C7s. They use a lot of energy. But the issue is it's been getting dark so early now. Now, if there was a 5-hour setting, I'd do that, have them cut off at around 9 or so. But it goes right from 4 to 6. So I guess it's going to stay on for an extra 2 hours now. And I'm going to leave it like this, I think, until after Christmas, and I'll turn it back onto that short setting. And maybe I'll make another video. Maybe I'll do a shorts of just these guys inflating, so you can see how long it takes that snowman to inflate that little 4-inch blower. My hands are cold. The video is 14 minutes long. So thank you very much for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Kwanzaa. I don't know. I mean, Merry Hanukkah. I get those two confused. But, yeah. Even it looks pretty. The snowfall looks pretty interesting. Stupid DEL light. And after Christmas, you'll start to see some snowblower videos. We probably won't get enough snow, but I have some stuff in store for that. So thank you very much for watching. Keep the breeze.